Now, let me explain 3 terms to help you understand how we use tradition to make sure that our personal theology isn't wacky. And the 3 terms are orthodoxy, heterodoxy, and heresy. Orthodoxy is defined as accepted as true by most Christians. So the word orthodoxy refers to doctrines that are accepted by most Christians as true or correct. Now, just because a doctrine is considered to be orthodox doesn't mean it's true, people. It simply means that the majority of Christians have accepted it as true. Heterodoxy means that what you believe deviates from accepted or orthodox standards or beliefs. You see, the Greeks had 2 words for another, allos and heteros. And whenever I'm reading the Bible and I come to the word other or another, I'll always look to see which word is being used, allos or another. Because allos means another of the same kind, heteros means another of a different kind. Let me give you an illustration, or let me give you an example to illustrate what I'm talking about. I am a human being. Do I not have feelings and I hurt when you're not kidding? I am a human being. Randall Miller is another human being of the same kind, allos. Lisa is another human being of a different kind, heteros. Why is she a different kind? Because she's female. Me and Randall are male. Heteros means another of a different kind. There's only 2 sexes. I'm sorry. And God determines what sex you are, not you. Well, that's your personal theology. Yes, it is. It's based on Scripture, the first 4. For he, talking about God, made them male and female. God made you either male or female. I don't get to determine that. God made them male and female. All right? So, when we talk about being heterosexual, guess where that word comes from? Heteros. I'm attracted to another human being of a different kind, a female, because I'm male. Everyone with me? All right, let's keep going. So, heterodoxy means another belief of a different kind. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It simply means it's different than the orthodox position. I'll give you an example. The cessation of gifts. You see, the orthodox position of the church is that the spiritual gifts ceased to exist at the end of the apostolic age. They base that on 1 Corinthians 13:10. I actually had to write a critical commentary in one of my classes, my exegetical reading classes on that. My professor found out that I don't believe the spiritual gifts ceased. I got an A+ on the paper. So I just want you to know, Alan, I apologize. I didn't know that you believed in the spiritual gifts when I said some of the things that I did and was derogatory towards it. But I knew what he believed and why he believed it, but I also knew what I believed and why I believed it, and I felt like I proved it. When that which is perfect is come, and that which is in part shall be done away with. So he's looking at that. We prophesy in part. We do these things in part. And it's saying, oh, well, we got the Bible, then those parts are done away with. But it's not talking about that. Teleos is an adjective, but it's not used as an adjective. It's used as a noun. When it's used as a noun, it means all of perfection. When's that going to happen? When Christ returns. But not only that, it says, for now we see through a glass darkly. It's kind of hard to understand this sometimes. But then, face to face. Right now, I'm not face to face with God, but then I will be. Yeah. So, if I study a scripture, my interpretation is different than what's considered orthodoxy. I want to know why my interpretation is different. That's a safeguard to prevent me from being wacky. But I do hold to some heterodoxy positions and beliefs, and I'm comfortable with that because I know I'm right and they're wrong. No, that's not it. I'm going to find out when I get to heaven that I'm wrong on a lot of things, and you will too. But they're going to be the minor things, not the major things, hopefully. But you see, when I come to that and I don't hold something that's considered orthodox, I want to know what they believe and why they believe it. And I want to know what I believe and why I believe it. And then I can tell you, okay, this is why I believe what I do. Does that make sense? All right. Now, there's a difference between heterodoxy and heresy. You see, you can believe something that's considered to be heterodoxy, but it's not heresy. So what is heresy? Heresy is a belief or an opinion that's profoundly at odds with what's generally accepted as truth. It's not just at odds with the orthodox position. It's a belief that is destructive or dangerous. Look at 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. Notice what it says. But there were also false prophets in Israel. In other words, in the past. Just as there will be in the future false teachers among you. They will cleverly teach destructive heresies and even deny the master who bought them. In this way, they will bring sudden destruction on themselves. So, according to Peter, heresy is destructive and it brings destruction. Now, why is this important? It's important because some Christians call anyone who disagrees with them a heretic. Listen to me. I'm not a Calvinist. But I'm going to see Calvinists in heaven. Because it's not their Calvinistic positions that determine whether they're going to heaven or hell. What determines whether they're going to heaven or hell is Jesus Christ the Lord of their life. Have they put their trust in Him? Some of you don't believe in the rapture. That doesn't make you a heretic. You're wrong, but you're not a heretic. If you're saved and you're alive when the rapture occurs, you're going to be raptured even though you don't believe in it. I'll accept your apologies then. However, there are certain beliefs that are heresy because they're destructive and they lead people astray.